Right, all right. Good evening. Good evening. My name is Ochiwa George. Our topic I'll be discussing today on finding and fulfilling your purpose. Finding and fulfilling your purpose. There are many books. I know many people have read various books and also videos on finding your purpose in life. Many people have researched this topic intensely, but some people still end up not finding their purpose, not actualizing their divine purpose. Today, I'll be talking about this so important topic, this very important topic, finding and fulfilling your purpose. Life is a journey, and our personal goals and objectives can change from time to time because our life are in stages. So, in any phase of our life, it is important to identify and actualize your purpose because not taking this action could lead to major discontentment, anxiety, and even depression. See, there are people in their 20s and 30s, they have different purposes, like different goals for their life. Just finishing from school, just looking for a job. Others in their 40s and 50s, beginning to have regrets and disappointment. I've mentioned this earlier before, for not following their purpose, for not finding and fulfilling their purpose. Some of these people may feel stuck in the mud, and they don't know how to get out of that situation in their life at that stage. So it's always, I always, encourage people. It's the earlier you find your divine purpose, the earlier you know what you want to do with your life, the earlier you know what God's plan and purpose is for your life, the better for you. It could be when you are 5 years old, when you are 10 years old, when you are 15, whatever. There are people in even at young ages, like 5 years old, they already know what they want. Either they are fantastic singers, or they are actors, or they are just content developer, whatever it is. At any stage in our life, the earlier we find what that particular purpose God wants for us, the better for us, the better for our life, the more we'll be able to channel and cross our path in this journey called life. So it's important we all go through life with a purpose. We all should be able to answer to life most, I call it one of the most important questions in life. And it is, what am I in this world for? Why am I existing? What is my goal in this life? So now, are you keyed into the purpose for which you were created for? The purpose for which you were born for? Are you fulfilling the reason why you are born? Do you even know why you exist? These are pertinent questions, serious questions that we should consider, because knowing that we live our life knowing that we live our life with purpose is essential for our well being. If we know what exactly it is that we are supposed to do in our life, it gives us some clarity, it gives us some, focus on what we want to achieve. And then you find peace of mind. You are fulfilled. Certainly, success is guaranteed if you know your purpose, if you know your divine purpose. So I am, like I said before, I want us to have our pen and writing materials, because I'll be asking some questions, and I call this a self reflection exercise. We'll ask some questions, and I want you to reflect deeply on these questions. We'll have time later on to just discuss this. The first I want to ask, the first question I have here is, what is the most important thing for you in your life? What is the most important thing for me, for my life? Because if you don't know the most important thing for you, you will end up, moving aimlessly, just following the wind aimlessly, left, right, and center. Anything goes, anybody tells you something, you go for it. There was somebody I know that read one of the, I would say, technical courses, and she got married. She had to leave her job because of raising children, raising children at that time. And at the time, she decided to go into fashion design, go into sewing. The truth was that she was good in it. See, for people that are multi-talented, they end up doing so many things. you are a gifted orator. I mean, you know how to motivate. You can sew, you can bake, you can do this. You are technically oriented, whatsoever it is. For people that have many gifts, sometimes they do not know exactly what to focus, their energy on. So for her, for this lady that I'm telling you about, she started learning how to sew, how to make clothes, even though she read one of the technical courses. And then, along the line, they would tell her, okay, maybe you should do sewing on, maybe you should emphasize on children clothes. She would start planning to, make children clothes. Somebody else will tell her, I think male clothes will do better for you. And she's thinking of male clothes. Others will say, women, they are the ones that like making new clothes. I think you should focus more on sewing women clothes. She wants to go into women clothes. At that time, she didn't really know what she wanted. And she was just, going aimlessly. Any decision anybody gives her is fine. But deep down in her, she said she wanted to be a realtor. Like she wanted to go into maybe real estate business, and the management. And when she started that, that was what her passion was. If you have a passion for something, nothing will derail you, no matter the challenges you face. If you have a passion for something, you will stand true to your passion and you will focus on whatever it is that you want to achieve. So it's important to identify that most important thing for you in your life. Whether you are 10, 20, 30 years, it doesn't matter how old you are. Just find a way to identify what drives you, what your compelling why is, what you would, you can do even for free. That's so important. Number one, what is the most important thing in your life? Now, second question, do you know your purpose? If so, what is it? It may be vague. Maybe it's something that it is just vague in your memory, or you have an idea that this is what you want, but you're not too sure. So even though it is vague, can you attempt to articulate it? Sometimes we are confused about our purpose. Like I said, if we are multi-talented, but there must be one thing that you truly are passionate about. If you know that thing, just articulate it. How do you want to go about it? What do you want to do? And the truth is that when you know what you want and you pray about it, and like you have a plan for it too, you will find helpers, you will find people that can channel you on that course. Now, the third question, what is the difference between your purpose and trying to make a living? This is a very important question. Most times, we even though we can articulate what we want, the need to make ends meet override and supersede our purpose. Yes, you want to do A, B, C, but right now, that ABC you are planning to do will not bring money to your table, and you have your family to feed. So you see yourself just going and working round the clock, 8 to 5. You're working somewhere, you know, even though you are not passionate about what you're doing, but you have to work to get money for your family. You have to work to pay the bills. So you may even know what your purpose is, but you have left it, aside for a while because you have to make ends meet. There's somebody that I know, she read law, but she always wanted to be a presenter. In fact, she said initially she wanted to study mass communication, but her father said, you have to study a professional course. So law looks like the best option. It was the best option for her then. And because she was good, she was an all-rounder, like she was good in every subject that she was doing then. She decided to go in for law because she got admission. But her passion was to be a presenter. She said she wanted to be a radio presenter. And she had a fantastic voice. You know, that kind of voice that when she talks, you want to listen to what she's saying. And she had a good command of English. And I knew in my mind that if this lady goes, if she has the opportunity to go and actually be that presenter, if she gets onto one of the radio stations, she will do well. But along the line, she got married and it was just about supporting her home, supporting her family, making ends meet. And then she did not really go on with that, but she used to have some kind of short clips in her phones. So she used to do some kind of recording by herself. I was telling her, see, continue with this. continue this, continue recording. Just go out. There are some kind of auditions that you can go. And if you go to one, two, three auditions, you may be able to get a chance. But sometimes, even if you get a job in some of these radio stations, they may not really, they will not really pay her the way what she, what she was earning right now when she was working. So I think, along the line, it just slipped through. But if you know your purpose, yes, stick to it. And you can still make ends meet. You can still follow up with whatever it is that you are doing, what your 8 to 5 job is. And the fourth question is, do you have a different channel for your purpose aside from making a living? Yes, you are working, you have to make ends meet, you have to pay your bills. But do you have a different channel? Are you doing what you love doing? Are you doing what you actually are interested in? Are you going on it? Are you doing that part time? It's important that you consider that today. If what you are doing, what you are working on fully is not what you are passionate about, please find a channel where you will, work on your passion, where you would proceed with that passion that's your interest, that thing that you are passionate about. If your focus is just to make a living, earn money, send your children to the best school in Nigeria or abroad, or just to have multiple investment. Okay, I'm working in this very good company. I want to make all the money I want. I want to have so and so houses. I want to have stock and shares, so and so amount. Yes, it's fine. But if your focus is just that, you will end up still being unfulfilled at the end of the day. You will end up being unfulfilled. So, if you love to sing, I know somebody that is working in one of the multinational oil and gas company, and he has his music album. He sings. He started from his church, I think, because he's a gospel artist. Part time is doing that. That's his dream. That is his purpose, and it's not still hindering him from doing what he's doing, from working where he's working. You know, five. The fifth question: what do you think will be said of you if God calls you today? We won't stay here on earth forever. As far as we are born, we will die one day. So when God calls you, what do you think will be said of you? Is that what you want to be remembered? What you want to be remembered for? Oh, Mister ABC works so and so, had 10 houses, had 20 houses, or whatever it is. Is that what you want to be remembered for? Is that the legacy you want to leave when you finally depart this world? It's a question that you have to ask yourself today. Now, I want you to honestly answer those 5 questions that I've just shared. And please, like I mentioned, it's important to articulate this. These questions were shared to me too. And when I got the questions, I had a deep, deep self-evaluation. I pondered intensely on all of them, and it led to what I would call my defining moment in my life, because I just realized that, see, I must follow that passion that I have. No matter what it is you're doing, no matter what it is you're working, if you are blessed with, working to have a regular job that is in line with your passion, fantastic. But if you think that you are not fulfilled in what you are doing, please find a way to discover your purpose. So now we want to ask ourselves, or we may want to say, how do we find our purpose? How do we? Yes, I've reflected. I've gone through all these questions. Some of you may want to ask, how do I know my purpose? Big question. Your purpose must be something that aligns you with people. It must be something that makes you to support people. Where people are not involved, it defeats the essence of your purpose. So your personal attributes and plus your people, the people that you are going to be meeting, that are going to be ministering to, that are going to be aligning with, gives you your purpose. Your purpose must, I say again, align with people. It could be your ability to inspire, your ability to teach, to nurture, to impact, to empower people. Your ability to build and create wealth. There are some people that just know how to advise people, encourage people to, to be, I would say, entrepreneurs. Some people, they have a gift of 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 teaching. Some people, they have a gift to inspire people. Sometimes when we say motivational speaker, you know how to inspire people. It may not be one big or one fantastic kind of person, or going to one school that will give you all the training you need to inspire people. Your personal challenge, your personal I would say setback can be what it is that will lead you to your purpose. So your purpose, like I said, should be able to could make you help to build wealth, create wealth, or add a value to people, be able to impact your generation, be able to answer a problem or to be a solution to a problem around you. Your purpose is beyond making of money. So if you are following something just because of the money involved, see, take a deep reflection, a deep, look into yourself. It may not be your purpose. If it's all about the money, it is beyond money. It is seen as a higher calling, something that will make you to lose your sleep. Sometimes God makes us pass through challenges in life to enable us fulfill our purpose. For example, I have a friend, a good friend, that was believing God for a child for over 13 years. She finally has children right now, but she has a YouTube channel where she encouraged people, mothers in waiting, because she went through her own depression, her own fears, her own worries, and today she's using that to inspire people. So you see, that is her purpose right now. Because of what she went through, she can encourage people that are going through the same problems. Most of us know about the late Pastor Ibituni Igodalo. She went through some challenges that made her establish her foundation, Ibituni Igodalo Foundation, where she has helped so many people to have children through her free IVF, programs. So that is a purpose. And see, even if you are called today, she may have lived just 40 years, but she has imparted a lot of life. It is not about staying for 100 years and nobody knows what you are doing. You have no purpose in life. You could be alive for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, whatsoever years, but you are making an impact. That is what God has called you for. So, like I said, sometimes it's the challenges that you have faced that could make you encourage people. I've seen a lot. I read of somebody that committed suicide because he wrote WAEC 5 times or 2 times or so, about 2 times, and then it did not pass. And when I read it, I was stunned. I wrote WAEC almost 10 times before I finally got my WAEC. In those days, in the 90s, in the early mid 90s, where there was no NECO. Yes, people, you will write WAEC to be seized here and there. We went to so many places to write WAEC, both GC and WAEC, all of the above. We did everything. And then, yes, there was a time when I was actually depressed. Sometimes when you will not even want to leave your house, mostly if you are in an environment like I was in a school environment. My mom is a lecturer. I stay amongst, students, and you see everybody going to school, and then you are there because your wife result has been seized. But by the grace of God, I got my WAEC, I got my BSc, I got my MSc, and I even got my PhD. So you could have a challenge in life that can help you, encourage other people. I met a young lady that was going through some kind of depression, and the mom told me, she's the first in her family. She has about 4 younger ones. All of them had finished secondary school, passed their WAEC, they were all in universities, and she was at home because she had not passed her WAEC. So at the time, she was going through depression. And once I told her mom that, see, this was my challenge too. I would talk to your daughter. After talking to her and encouraging her, she was lifted. And today, she wrote WAEC again. She had finished university right now and she's working. So there could be some setbacks in your life, but every challenge that you are going through could be God's avenue for you to find your purpose, for you to inspire people and encourage people. So there are 6 steps that I'll be talking about on how we can discover our purpose. Number one, trust that you really have a higher purpose. You have to know. Some people will like, "Ah, I don't think I have any purpose. I don't think I know why I'm here." No matter how mundane it may seem, it is something that God has put in you, and God will use it to minister to people. So you have to trust that you have a purpose in your life, and you have to pay attention to your intuition, to your inner spirit. You know, just sometimes we are confused, but you see yourself like, I know somebody that that was working, and she knew how to make it so well. She was a good, in fact, she used to tell me that nobody taught her. She just found herself making hair. So along the line, she lost her job once. And yes, she just started making hair. Then she had a salon. Now she moved abroad where people really pay a lot of money to make hair. And she's doing that. It's a problem. She just likes seeing people looking good. So she can do everything she can to just make that your hair look so well. That is her purpose. That's what she likes to do. Some people are event planners. Sometimes you like, event planners. Maybe have to join one association or go to one school. You could have been planning events in your school from secondary school. Some people in their secondary school they were what we call social prefects, organizing secretary, and all these things. They know how to plan, put things together. They know how to take that stress from people, from you. And before you know it, they have gone higher, they've established their own firms and they become international event planners. Yes, that could be your purpose. So pay attention to your intuition. Also, your values, your goals, your passion are important in this process. Identify them. Identify your passion. You have a passion. You have something, even from when you were born. I have 2 children. I have twins. 2 of them, they are good in different areas. One loves to write and read. He can read anything he sees. In fact, we used to call him Macmillan Reader. When it comes to spelling bee, is a champion. While his twin brother likes to solve mathematics. When it comes to mathematics or any technical subjects, you see him. That is where he's happy. He doesn't like to read. We force him to read. Yes, even though we have to force him to read because it's important that he develops a good reading culture. But we know what it is that he would gear towards later. So it's good to identify what your interest is at any stage of your life. Another thing again is act on something every day. Little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. It's just a step. I mean, climbing a mountain is one step at a time. So you may be confused. Oh, this is what I really want, but where do I start from? There's always a beginning point. There's always a beginning point. So take it one step at a time, and you will get to that destination. Also, I like to ask this question, and that is one of the steps. Can you place value ahead of money? Is it all about money? Is money the driving factor? This is not an essential driver of purpose. Money is not an essential driver of purpose. You must have the purpose, you must have the passion to create value first. Then money will come. You must have the passion to find a problem or find a solution to a problem. And when you are a solution maker, a solution provider, money will accompany you. Another step, one of the steps also is, have you defined or can you define and interpret what success should look like? Do you have a factor? Do you have a measure? It is not by measuring with other people's success. Oh, I opened my school. It's only 10 students I have now. or Mr. ABC opened their own school, and right now they have 100 students. Your purpose is not, it's not a competition issue. You have your divine purpose that you are fulfilling. So do not measure by other people's successes. It's so important that you know that you should not measure your own success with other people's success. You are all on different paths in life. Again, I want to say, reflect deeply on every question that I have asked initially. I hope you are taking it down. I can type it in here so that you get it, so that you could be able to discover your own purpose for yourself, and also plan to take your goal one step at a time. Make it intentional. It should be intentional. It should not be just because of money. And another factor you have to consider is, once you decide on what you want to do, there will be distraction. There will always be distraction. So have a plan to focus on what exactly you want to achieve. It is so important. Remember that it is not all about money. Money is okay, yes, but it's not all about money. It's about fulfilling your purpose. Success will definitely come along, because purpose is the only thing that gives you success and prosperity on earth. Success, like I will, I will mention it again. Your purpose is the only thing that will give you success and prosperity on earth. And success is the fulfillment of God's original plan for your life. Success is the fulfillment of God's original plan and purpose for your life. Prosperity, yes, we all want to be prosperous. That is what our goal is most time in life. Prosperity is having the divine ability to fulfill your divine assignment, to fulfill your assignment. So you have to know that the first thing to prosperity, the first step to success is identifying your purpose, fulfilling your purpose, and success will surely chase you, it will pursue you. Finally, I want to add, see, the book of Ephesians 1:11 says, in Christ we find out who we are and what we are living for. From the beginning of time, God's eyes has been on all of us. God has this, God has, I will say, designed his purpose for us. God is working out his purpose for all of us. So, of course, you must look up to God. You must look up to God for the revelation of your divine purpose, and he will send helper your way. Most times we are confused because we have a plan, we have a purpose, but we don't know how to actualize it. Once you have itemized what exactly you want to do, once you have a goal, you have a purpose, just commit it to God. He will definitely send helpers to enable you start and fulfill your purpose, because we were never meant to fabricate our own meaning or direction in life. We're not meant to just create our paths in life. No, we're made by God and we're given our purpose by God. So the God that have created you, you were not born by mistake. There's nothing like, accidental birth. No, God has a divine purpose for your life, and it's only God that can enable you achieve that divine purpose also for your life. But first, you must take steps, actively take steps to identify what exactly you want. Follow your intuition, your innermost feeling. It is there. Look within you, and you will certainly find out what God wants for you. And yes, if you're having difficulty articulating your purpose, you can reach me. You can inbox me. I'm available. Let's have a discussion. And I'm sure that after taking all these steps, after reflecting, after conducting your self reflection exercise, after discovering following the steps to discover your purpose, you will be able to find out exactly what God wants for your life. So I will say right now, have a great evening. taking a deep reflection on what you want to achieve in your life.